Hello everyone, Noto Addiction here, coming to you with another video. And in today's video, we're going to discuss how I lost my entire paycheck to my gambling addiction. If you're new here or you already been here, I'm going to click that like button. Go ahead and comment on and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go on and get into this topic. See, whenever you are under this deep, deep prison of an addiction, gambling addiction, it will take every facet of your life and just destroy it. Even things good. I got me a regular job. I had a job. I was good. I was straight. But in the mind of a gambler, when you're gambling, that doesn't matter. It's almost like it doesn't matter how much money you have. When you have an addiction like a gambling addiction, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to tell you guys, I was working, right? This week, I put in a whole bunch of overtime, a lot of overtime. I'm talking about like about 3 or 4 hours of overtime per day. So I was dang near pulling 16-hour shifts for this entire week. Ended up getting about $800 extra on my paycheck. So I was like, whoa, God, I look like the biggest mistake I made. The biggest mistake I made was going straight to the game room right after I got my paycheck on the same day of payday. Payday is like one of the most stressful times for a gambling addict. Anybody that suffers from this addiction, like truly suffers from this addiction, not somebody just go and play a little bit and not really be too much affected by it like that. I'm talking about something of catastrophic proportions. People that actually have an addiction. There's a big difference between that. A lot of people don't understand that. To the person that have a true addiction to this know that payday is a very, very stressful time because you know you're always waiting and that urge always kicks in that dang, you get enough money. And then the thing is, I had enough money. I had a good amount of money. It's just that to a gambling addict, it's never enough. It's never enough to a gambling addiction, to a gambling addict with a gambling addiction. So I was feeling like, man, maybe I can come over there. I got the overtime. And in my mind, I was thinking, I could just go and double this money. I can go and double this money. I can go and get way more, get a even bigger payday. And that's where things would start to spiral out of control. I started off with my first $100. I was playing like that. I was going up and down, going up and down. The left, I got the 100 back after I went down to the $20, and I end up winning enough to get back to 100. But you know, to a gambling, to in my mind, in the mind of a gambler, that's not enough because that's what you came there with. You know, you trying to go above that, way above that, at that. So even if I won like 140 or 160, no, I would have still kept going because I wanted to leave with at least about 200 or 300 more than what I came with. That's the big trap. So played with 100, got up to 100, and then I ended up losing 100. So when I went over there and to the ATM, got out another 100. Got out another 100. The same thing happened. Went and got another 100. The same thing happened. Got another 100. Because now, at this point, after I went down to the $300 mark, it's like, goodness, I can't keep playing the same way and end up trying to get above, try to get back the money that I lost. So I had to up my bid. Yeah. So if you play high stakes, and me, I played the table. The fish tables is like a fish table. You tap your bid. You go to bet for 5 cents, you bet for 10 cents, 20, 25, so on and so forth. So earlier when I lost the $300, I was betting between the 5 to 15 cent range. So I was betting that, and I was like, man, in order to get me a big enough hit, I'm gonna need to start betting between 25 to 50 cent. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I made too, other than already being in there in the first place. But trying to double my bid to get bigger wins. And I was getting some big hits, but it was nowhere near what I would have wanted. Because remember, now that I lost $300, I done went and got another $100. Now I'm playing at the $400 mark. I'm trying to win back the $300, so I get a big hit for about a good $200. But that only puts me at about about like $250. So that's nowhere near enough. The 400 that's still in play. So I still played that down, got back up almost to the $400. I got about $350. I wasn't satisfied. Kept playing that. Ended up upping the bid. This time I went about 60 cents per tap. 60 cents per tap. Sometimes you be tapping that fast, just that fast. And then I ended up losing that. So I was like, then at this point, I was just like distraught. I was looking like, man, I lost $400. I gotta get it back. I got to get this money back. See, this is what the point. Even though the $300 that was cool, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That when you work overtime, and the amount of a gambler, the more you have, the less stressful it be at first. See, when you go in there and you just play a little bit and you lose and you leave, it's fine. But when you have more money to play, you feel like you look at that as you have an expendable income. See, for me, that overtime extra money that I had, the extra $800 I had, seemed like in my mind I programmed it to be like expendable income, which it really wasn't. Was a stupid way to look at things. But to a gambler, it looks like extra money to play with. That's exactly what it looks like. So I ended up playing that. I was like, okay, I got past the $400 threshold. So when I got that $500 threshold, that's when it wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't fun no more. Okay, it was good all 400. I was almost willing to take that loss and be like, okay, I'm good. I'll go on that. But in the amount of gambler, that's fine. You just lost $400 because you be like, okay, you win some, you lose some. I got $400 extra dollars plus my paycheck as well. So at the same time, what I ended up doing, this is when it ain't fun no more. It ain't fun no more. Now that you just trying to, now you're stressed. Now you're stressing. Now I'm stressing. I'm desperately trying to tap and get a big hit. So I'm betting between 30 to about 70 cents at this point. Like I'm just like, damn, I'm just going up and down, fluctuate between those that region right there. It just didn't work out for me. I end up losing that 100, losing that 100. Now I'm at $600 in the hole, guys. $600 in the hole. $600 in the hole. That's just about all the overtime that I've worked. Just about $600 in the hole. I lost that. Went up to 7. This time I went to the ATM and got $200. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I may as well go out swinging, right? Yeah, that's the mind of a gambler. If you gonna go out, you may as well go out swinging. So I went out swinging. I went out. I was playing. I'm going. I'm talking. I got up to about $600. I could have walked out with that and been okay. But in the mind of a gambler, in the mindset that I had, I was not satisfied with that. Nowhere near satisfied with that. I need my $800 back. Yeah, in my mind, it wasn't enough. And now I would just kept going. I'll cash out, but I'll still end up keep playing because I want to win more. And that's the perpetual cycle that you end up in when you're sitting there betting. And that's how I end up losing my entire paycheck. I lost. That's the overtime part. Then I kept going beyond the overtime into my real paycheck, into trying to get back the overtime that I lost, the overtime money that I lost. That's when it really spirals out. I'm talking about, I'm desperate. I'm like, I'm nail biting and tapping at this point. I'm just nail biting and tapping, just hoping for a hit, desperately playing for a hit. Oh my goodness! When I tell you, when I walked out of that game room, I had the most like, I was about the most distraught person in the world. I was like, oh my goodness! I'm sitting there just rocking like, what have I just done? What have I just done? I'm contemplating stuff that shouldn't be going through my head. It's just weighing in on me. This is what it does to you. This is how it stresses you out. You won't understand. Like, I just work all these damn hours, and I'll lift all of it on the table. And you understand how mad you want. I just want to go in there and destroy every machine I saw. That's how mad I was. I wanted to take it out on the very thing that it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. They advertised me. I walked in there on my own. But the way you feel, I work all damn week. And I work in a warehouse job, so that was pretty much hard work. So I really worked and lost the entire thing. Oh my goodness! And on top of having bills to pay, so I ended up having to take out loans from a payday loan. It wasn't nowhere near close to what I lost, to what I needed. I was only to get 500 out of that. That was going to end up being into my net check on top of what I'm already in the hole in. This is the prison of a gambling addiction that will have you in handcuffs, chains, all kind of things. It will have you in shambles. Dang, they're out here living homeless somewhere. This is what it will do to you. And it's like, you think that you have the strong mind. I got real strong mind, willpower, stuff like that, because I was able to be able, like, when it comes to dieting and stuff like that, and I lost 100 pounds. I was like, okay, I can do that. I got willpower and stuff, but that's not enough. It's not enough. When you have the urge to want to get more, especially, it really comes from not being satisfied with what you had. I wasn't satisfied with the hours that I had. Apparently, I wasn't satisfied because I was trying to get more by gambling. And then further making the situation way worse by trying to do the same very thing to get myself out of the situation that got me into it in the first place, was gambling. Once I lost that, I was trying to use the same method that had me lose this money. That is the crazy thing. We think the very same thing that got us into the situation can get us out of it. And it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thought process, and it always ends up trickling us down and getting us even worse off, and way worse off than when we began. Even if we get the money back that we want, this is how unsatisfied we are with the results of gambling. It's almost to the point that we don't even want the wins. It's almost like we want. It's when will it be enough? If I would have went in there and after that first $100 that I won and got $500 on top of that and end up having $600 in my pot, now I'm $500 up. Would I have been satisfied, or would I have played that down? The way I was going at that night, I could just say I probably most likely would have played that back. It's ridiculous. It's a prison. It really is. It's a prison. It's a mental prison. It's physical. It's all kind of prison with this gambling addiction, guys. This is how it is. This is what it will do to you. But anyway, it's another addiction here. And if you're new here or you already been here, if you're enjoying the content, if it resonates with you in any way, shape, or form, go and click that like button, go and comment, go and subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, remember, everybody can beat the addiction. As long as you have will and long as you are willing to take the steps to do it. You're not alone, and you can always seek help. I'm out. I'm all out of favors. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. They driving me crazy. And all I did was show them love. They turning to haters. As soon as I would tell them no, don't ask for nothing, had enough. And all I did was show them love. I did so much stuff for some people they came up and now they never will admit it. They took all advantage of me.